Hi everyone, welcome back to finally another episode of L2LT Gaming Podcast in 2024. Wow, I would like to welcome my co-host Ron. How are you doing?
Hey, hey everyone. I've been doing pretty cool. Pretty great. And good to see your face again, Jax.
Yeah, and literally like our last episode I had to check was in October 2023. Okay. And that was like 6 months ago. And in the meantime, I've only seen you like twice in real life, right?
Yeah. You've been busy being a new dad again. Well, not a new dad.
Yeah,
Dad of two now.
exactly. Oh my God. Yeah, tell me about it. So, yeah, I'll tell everyone about it in a
Oh, tell
moment,
me
but
about
I'd
it.
like to know how's your life been for the past 6 months whilst we were away from the podcasting.
Um, pretty good actually. Been traveling with my kid to Taiwan, so that was pretty cool.
Brave.
Yeah, it was a bit brave, and I thought it was going to be hard, but at the end it's quite easy since I have a lot of family in Taiwan, so traveling actually is easier than in Hong Kong.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, don't need to think of anything to do because everything is all scheduled already for me, so I just follow along with the kid.
Okay, that's good because I have yet to travel with my daughter, who's 2.5 now. So I will probably need to take a leaf from your book later. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, maybe you can share some tips of traveling, Dad, because as everyone know, our podcast is now transitioning basically to gaming dad life.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have equal amount of gaming and maybe some dad stuff and loads of dad jokes, most likely.
Yeah.
So yeah. So apart from traveling, anything interesting in the last 6 months?
Well, gaming wise, I've been playing the games you've gifted me since last episode. So, to the viewers, if you probably forget already, last episode was 6 months ago, and we
Yeah.
gifted games to each other. And I've been busy playing a little bit of. Well, one of the games is called Drenched.
Okay.
You gifted it to me, and I played about 9.5 hours on it. It was pretty good.
Really? 9 hours? I
Yeah.
actually I didn't thought you would play 9 hours. I thought you would probably stop at about two or three.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the 9 hours, about maybe three of them will be idling around because I
Of
was been
course.
playing it. Yeah, I've been playing it during lunchtime, during work,
Okay.
and yeah, the game is
Well,
pretty cool since I can play it on controller, and it's not a very demanding game, and you can play it in short sessions.
yep.
And at the beginning, your ship is very bare bones, and you have to upgrade it. I really do enjoy upgrading the ship,
Oh
finding
yeah,
new
I thought
stuff.
you would.
Yeah, yeah, I love like building up stuff and upgrading things to the next level. So it was a
Yep.
pretty good game.
Yeah, because I also bought that game late after, and then I also played it. So
Oh,
I got to about the third or fourth island, like covering the south or north side. But yeah,
okay.
I definitely agree. Like the building, the mechanic of getting resources and then building up the
Mm,
ship, and then do you go home before dark with the resources,
yeah,
or do you keep pushing on to get more resources, or risk damaging your ship and losing it? That mechanic was quite fun, actually.
yeah. It's a bit like Dying Light. At the beginning, you're kind of afraid to go out at dark, but the more you play, the more adventurous you get, and the more upgrades you got, and the further you go.
Exactly. Talking about Dying Light, I think you gifted me Dying Light too, but I booted it up on my
All right.
Steam Deck. Actually, I booted it
Ah,
up.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I booted it up on the Steam Deck, but
Yeah.
it was a bit choppy, so it
Ah,
didn't run.
damn.
It didn't run that smooth. So I didn't give it too much time, because once you see like it's barely stable 30, and then the graphic is already really low. So I've
Oh,
just
it's barely 30. I
just
thought it's smooth 30.
I don't know. Maybe I can play with the graphics a little bit more, but it just didn't
Yeah,
feel well.
that's
It's
not the
definitely
thing you
not
want to do.
console. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's why like it goes back to I feel like Steam Deck is great for non AAA games. Like
Yeah,
the
more like
indies and
indie.
AA is awesome. Yeah.
So, have you been playing the games I gifted you? Apart from Dying Light 2?
Okay. Yeah. Actually, there were loads. well, loads. I actually
Yeah.
tried out basically every single game. I gave every single game a go. Okay. I'm actually just cheating right now. I'm just trying to check. Okay, so Disco Elysium, I played 7 hours. Disco Elysium.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a
So
lot.
Disco Elysium, I played 7 hours, and then you also gave me.
Did you try the party game with your wife or your
Oh,
friends?
that one. Keep Talking, Nobody Explode. I have not played yet. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You're quite
so
busy
this
with
one.
parties, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this one I haven't actually played yet. So that's one I haven't. And then I'm actually trying to remember which other games I spent a lot of time on. You also gave me.
I gave you, I think, Axion. Have you tried that yet?
Oh yeah, Exion. I just went past that and I was like, oh, did you give me that or what? Okay,
Oh,
not bad.
16.8 hours.
Yeah,
Wow,
16
that's
hours.
pretty cool.
Not too bad. Okay, so I have been enjoying the games you gave me.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
What else? Oh my god, what else did you get me? I played quite
But
a
in the
few.
meantime, I'll tell you about Death Door, the one you gave
Oh, yeah?
me. I played around. Let me check it out first. Death Door. Here we go. I played about 2.3 hours only. It was
Okay.
pretty fun, but I think I got preoccupied by other games, and that was April, so probably it's time I went back to VR. I tried out Skyrim VR finally, heavily modded.
Yep, I downloaded it
Oh.
also on when it was quite cheap, and then I played about 3.2 hours on it, and then I feel like it's perfect on like a handheld like Steam
Yeah.
Deck because you can just play it on the go, play it when you commute, and like you can just stop anytime. So I enjoyed it. Okay, so you
Pretty much,
went
yeah.
back into VR, right? You went. Oh yeah, you told me you went to Skyrim, right?
I went to Skyrim, and it was pretty cool. I think I spent about like 10 hours in it, and I just gave up at the end since it's just too much work. I
10
thought-
hours. So you did 2 side quests.
Yeah, I haven't even touched the main quest, and yeah, I think I just went even less than the time I went. Yeah, it's just too much effort to go into it because
Yeah,
it's too
definitely.
intense.
Yeah,
But
and
then
it's not your
other-
first go already, right? So
Yeah.
it's so easy to just stop playing a game that you've played before but didn't continue.
Yeah. Well, I haven't finished the game before as well, so I thought
Okay.
VR might get me into it, but yeah, doesn't
Okay.
really matter.
You gave
Oh,
me
Dave
Dave
the
the
Diver.
Diver, which was amazing. I played
Wow.
13.5 hours into it. Okay.
How was
I
it?
actually played that in 2 goes. Like I played it quite a lot. I probably played about 8 hours
Eight
as soon as
hours.
you gave me the game, and then I stopped and then tried out the other games, and then I went back into it probably 3 months ago, and then I played another few hours into it. But like it was quite hard getting back in because with Dave the Diver, the map is quite the map pretty much stays the same. So, but when you're like 3 months away from it, it's kind of you forget about the map already, and then
So you
you're
kind
like,
of
oh, I gotta
rediscover
go
it.
back through it. Exactly, and then every time you just dive without say purpose, and you're just rediscovering. You're kind of using up the days, which you feel like you should be being more efficient. So that's
Yeah.
why it was actually took me 2 times to get back in. But then once I got back in, I probably played it about 6 hours, and great game. I would say now before we gave each other the games, I was really set on Dredge, but now I would reckon Dave the Diver is definitely more diverse and probably better for most people.
Oh, that's it's pretty interesting. I was a bit held back when I was gifting you today for the Diver, since it's more like the mini games from Japanese genre.
Yep.
So I was a bit like, don't know if you will like it, but glad you love it.
But the mini games were minimum because
Oh, that's good. That's good.
for most of the time you are diving and then you're going through the story, you're collecting minerals and fish and resources, and it's just when you end the day So each day you get 2 to 3 dive settings, and then
Okay.
dive settings, and then once you've done that, you have to go back to the sushi shop, and that's when most of the mini games kind of go into.
Okay.
Okay. Any other game you want to mention before we
Well-
move us on?
Well, there's actually quite a lot of games I played recently, like Dragon's Dogma 2, one I've talked about
Yep.
during the like the E3 times.
Yeah.
Well, not E3 times, like Gamescom time, and that is actually quite an incredible game. I currently spent about 56 hours on it already.
56 hours.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Elden Ring, right? Not yet. It's
Not
getting
yet,
there.
now. It's not Elden Ring or like Warhammer 3, which I spent
Yeah.
about 1,000 hours on it, well, 100 hours on it.
Definitely,
But yeah.
definitely.
Absolutely a great game if you love exploring RPG, action RPG, and the Western genre.
Yep.
It's actually made by Capcom, but I don't feel like it is a very Japanese game, so I love
Yeah. For me, there's not many Capcom games I've loved, so definitely. I'm glad you're liking it though.
Yeah, you should try it one day. Well, come to mine, I can show you.
Definitely. Or is it going to end up like Elden Ring? I tried it and just didn't continue.
Well, it's absolute. Oh well, I mean, it's going to be easier than Elden Ring, so and
Okay, that's
it's
good.
more accessible. Yeah, so it's
Okay,
going
that's
to be
good. That's good.
much better. Yeah.
Than possible. Okay.
So what about you? What is the
Okay,
latest
so
game
let's
you've
go a
played?
game at a time. Actually, I played loads of games in the meantime, but I'm now mainly on my Steam Deck. I didn't touch my Xbox for a little while because I feel like once you have the Steam Deck, and it's just so turning on the Xbox and sitting by the computer table is a lot more
More
commitment. Yeah, a lot more commitment than to just sit at a massage chair or just sit in bed and just play. So one game I played a lot because I heard that many people talk about it was Vampire Survivor.
Oh,
I played 8 hours.
8
Oh my
hours.
god! I'm telling you, I don't get the game, man. Like it will eat your time. It will eat your time away. I remember I was playing until 3 a.m. Like I saw the time went to 1 a.m. and I was like, oh, you know what? Because you're just kind of running around getting kills and then upgrading levels, and it's all quite quick. It's very 2D-ish, and so yes, it was 1 a.m. and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pass and get that little thing, and it was already free. There's actually one or two more games that I really enjoyed, and I didn't think I would. Actually, who am I lying about? I knew I would enjoy it. It's actually a visual novel type of game. It's called Suzerain.
Oh, what is that?
It's like it's
What,
a
23
visual novel.
hours?
Yeah, 23 hours, man. Yeah, it's a visual novel of like politics. You're running a. There was a coup, and then you're now the president of a country, and then it's all visual novel. So you're just chatting with people, and then time goes on, and you're trying to. You're trying to find the way for your country, and then depending on do you go democracy or old communism, and then like I failed, like I got captured and killed by another coup because
Okay.
I put accidentally, well, not accidentally, I just didn't know like. In the game, there was like some military threat from another country, so I pumped in money into the military, even though at the start the advisor was like, "Oh, don't put too much money in the military because they just did a coup, right?" So, anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, so once that
It's
was
like
gone, and
So it's like a strategy game with a bit of
kind of,
novel. Yeah.
and then because I didn't make regular saves, it was just auto save, so I restarted again.
Oh,
And then
that's the good
still-
way. You know.
Yeah. But then, like, trying to speed through it because, like, the dialogues are the same, obviously. And then, just trying to speed through and get to a reform, and then failed again. And I'm like, oh my god, I don't think I can spend another run through. Yeah. So that
But
game
that's already
I really
23 hours.
enjoyed. Yeah, that was 23 hours. Really enjoyed that game. Another
And
game
talk
that
about, like, time consuming. The Vampire Survivor, you just saw like 13 hours, right? Oh.
Another 23
Alright.
hours last played December 22nd. So, yep, that's what I did. Yeah, oh my god, I'm a sucker for tycoon games, you know.
Tycoon
I feel
games,
like when I
yeah.
was young, like playing
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Roller Coaster Tycoon,
Yeah.
some other Tycoon, Railway Tycoon, and then this is the
Yeah.
spiritual successor. As you can see, I have both the first and the second one because I was playing the first one, then they released the second one. So, yeah. But talking about like this type of base building and things, did you play one of the, I would say, the best-selling, current chart-topping in Steam city building game?
Yeah, I think the game Manor Lords, right? Yes, definitely. Yeah.
How many hours
Talk
have you
about
put into it
time
so far?
consuming.
How many
Well-
hours? Let's just review.
Some of them will be idling, but I'm going to say, let me check. All right, 27.6 hours.
Some of them are idling.
That's this
0.6.
probably a lot of idle, like 6 hours idle, right?
Okay, mine isn't too bad. It's only 7
Alright,
hours.
alright.
Only 7 hours. Okay.
Yeah,
Haven't played for a week, but it was only out for like a week and a half.
yeah.
Right.
So
We're currently in May. How was it? How did you like
It was
it?
out-
Now,
it was only out-
before, yeah.
a week only. Oh damn!
Well, I last played May 2nd. We are recording on May 8th, so probably 2 weeks ago. It was
2
out.
weeks. Ah, yeah, and then 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense now. Makes sense now. Yeah.
Okay, so obviously you played 27 hours, which means you enjoyed it. But can you tell us before, do you normally like base building games?
Of course, I've been on the edge of getting City Skyline 2, and when I saw this game, I was like, I mean, City Skyline 2 have a lot of problems, and down the line it's going to have a lot of DLCs, so I'm going to wait it out for them to
definitely.
iron the bugs and get more DLC out before I get it. And I saw Men and Lords, and I was like, oh, like it's a base building, like a town building game with
Yep.
elements of Total War. So
Oh yeah.
I bought it immediately.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Because
little
you love
did I
Total
know.
War, so yep.
Yeah. I thought it would be a little bit too much of it. I mean, I was a bit afraid that it would be too much like Age of Empire, but
Okay.
turns out it's not, because it's the current emphasis of the game and is on the more base building side, since
Oh yeah, which I love,
it is
to be
currently
honest.
still in early access. Yeah, so the game is currently in early access, and talk about time consuming. I think I told you already, right? Because last week was like holiday for most of my customers. So I was
Yep.
starting the game at about 3 p.m. in the office.
Oh, yeah.
And
During work, I remember.
like a blink of an eye later, it was already 6:15.
And then you didn't go home, right?
I did go home. And I was like, and then that night I played until around 1.
Oh yeah.
From 10
Yeah.
to 1. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
I did
already 6
something
hours there.
similar. I did something similar. You know,
Yeah.
like my biggest playthrough was actually in the middle of the night. So I heard my daughter kind of being restless. So I sit next to her for like an hour to two, and I was just on Manor Lords, you know. And then I'm like, okay, she's actually sleeping really well already. But I'm like, it's only 2
I'm still
a.m.
here.
Yeah, so yeah, I haven't slept too much recently because of like another 2 games beside Manor Lords, but they all came out at the same time, and it's been really fun. Like, I also really enjoy Manor Lord actually. We played it quite different because you zoom through like with like 4 times speed most of the time, right, in your first playthrough. But like for me,
yes.
yeah, I was on normal speed for most because I'm just the type that keep pausing and just worried I'm gonna miss something, right? But
Yeah.
like super micromanage. It's like, okay, assign another villager and then just pause and then assign another villager. So yeah, we were totally different. That's what you actually got to the end, right?
Let's see. And if you, I mean, I currently play. Well, I last played at about the highest speed, 12 times.
Yeah.
So I think that game I played for, that is for the mode called Restoring the Peace. So I have to fight off the Baron, who is
Okay.
trying to occupy the map with me, against me. And if I don't play a 12-time mix, I think I will still be less than halfway through. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, so And I think currently you can play at the highest speed possible because, well, the game literally tells you to play faster since
Yeah.
every element in the game, like if you have to get a log of wood, you have to physically see the villager, go there to chop it down,
Yep.
get it back to the logging camp, and from the
Which is
logging
amazing,
camp
to be honest.
to the building site. It is amazing, yeah,
Yeah.
if you have the time. So, but I don't have the time, and I actually don't start my playthrough. I think I start my proper playthrough on the third time,
Okay.
since as a new game like city building map, a lot of things is not well. I think this game is basically because it's in early access, so
Yeah.
a lot of information you have to try out yourself instead of
True.
discover yourself instead of they holding your hand. Maybe it's a feature, maybe it's not, but I
Yeah.
quite like it. So I have to slowly try it out. Oh, you have to build it like this. A certain size of like the building plot is different compared to how
Yep.
you just drag it out and let them build themselves, like in City Skyline, right? But this
Yeah.
game you have to adjust the size of different building plots to let them grow and to have a workshop at the end of it. As an early
Yeah.
access, I think is pretty good already, but a lot of information I have to get online compared to
Yes, definitely.
like how to upgrade my. I think I learned about how to upgrade my the houses about midway through on the second run.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to restart
Oh.
this. I have to restart
Yeah.
the whole run again. But once I
Definitely.
get through the whole first part of it, I know exactly what I'm doing. So yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. Like my first playthrough is like you made so many mistakes and you just want to restart again. But I was only like on the second winter, right? And then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I need to just stick through it, not play well in this game, but just learn from the mechanics,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all
yeah.
of that. Like for me, the biggest thing that I missed out at the start was trading. I didn't start trading until like the third winter. Like when they finally introduced bandits to your, they tell you that 1 year later a group of bandits will come. So
Oh, raiders.
you're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah, raiders, yeah. So I'm like, oh my god, I need money. I need to get shields, right? Yeah. So give us for the audience who haven't played Mandalore, how would you describe the game in like a few sentences?
City builder with some combat. I don't know, just 2 words: time consumers.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But it's not turn-based.
It's not turn-based, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's on the level of civilization, I would say. If
In terms
you
of
don't
time,
have time,
it's like sucking your time, right?
yeah, sacrificing your time. It's like just wait a little bit more, just get a little bit more resources to upgrade. So you spend another half an hour there.
Hey, but I feel like nowadays a lot of games, well, I feel like good games are like that. Like one game that we are thinking of talking about next episode is definitely like that also. But I would say with Manor, like it's a real time, so it's you can pause, but it's a real time base building game. And then I feel like because currently is in early access, so like the big map is all the same currently, and you're in one of the
Yes.
plots with different resources, and you're trying to base on your plot and strategize what you're going to do. But then you said that there was some sort of bug that you found, right?
Yeah, currently I found, well, the most bug I found is because at the current state, I think the most efficient way to win the game is through trading.
Okay.
So,
You're going to show us that, right?
yeah, hold on a sec. I'm trying to find it now.
Yeah.
This is going to be the playthrough I did at. Alright, let me, hold on. Just cut to it. Oh,
Now
my
we're
God,
going to
there's
get
a lot
to
of
witness
saves.
Ronald's settlement. How many? This is your third playthrough, right?
Yeah, this is the third playthrough and the playthrough that I finished at the.
Okay.
I think I finished this play. I think I've definitely finished this playthrough.
I reckon before you show us the bug, you can just show our listeners and viewers what the game kind of look like, and just kind of quick guide us through the different elements
Right.
before we jump to the bugs and things.
Screen. Let me show.
Oh,
hello,
I'm
Infinite
here.
Jacks.
Solitaire again.
So here we go. This is. There you go. This is my
No.
my town.
Now, right off the bat, I have to say it looks so much better than my Steam Deck.
I don't
What are
think
you
I
running it
looked
on? What are you running it on?
I don't think I showed you the right game, but check out the time. 1 a.m.
Of course, of course.
This is the proper playthrough that I finished, I think. Oh no, I think I deleted the play. Oh well. Let me just show you the latest one then, I guess.
Yeah. Shows like a
This is
complete like map, so our
this is the
viewers can
growth
see
one, so
what
I finished,
the game's like.
Yeah, so I finished 2 scenarios. One is growth and one is restoring the peace. Restoring the peace is most about capturing all plots of lands in the game, in the map currently. You can see there's different resources. I think the most efficient way to start the game at the default difficulty is to get a plot that has a lot of berries.
Yeah, I
Since
agree.
if you started to if you start to get a lot of people in the berry farming, you will probably get a lot of food. See, check it out. They got 21 months of food here.
Wow. Yeah, and you
This
have like
playthrough I did
87
quite fun.
households already, right? So
Yeah, this is the peaceful playthrough. So there's no war, there's no bandit coming to raid you, and yeah. So the most OP thing about this is trading, as I said before. Since if you look at the trading route here, if you, I don't know if I can show you the other one. If
so yeah, so that's
I-
the skill tree. So once you do certain
Yeah.
once you meet certain criteria, you can upgrade your town with different perks and skills. And one of them is
Yeah.
trading.
And if you don't have that perk, like everything goes to $25 only.
Yep.
This trading route you have to set up is going to cost like 100 something, which
Yeah.
at the very beginning of the game is very hard to come by. So
Now, I want to
This
double check
is-
because you don't necessarily have to set up a specific trading route, right? So if you don't pay the money, you can still use your villagers to trade. But if you pay
Yes.
the money, there will be a specific route that doesn't use your villagers.
yes, cities are donkeys. That's what the specific route is for. I mean,
Oh, okay.
the people from outside the town will like come very much more often to come trade with you.
Okay.
Yeah, this playthrough I didn't go mad on. Oh, what is going on? Oh, there you go.
Oh, you won.
Again. Okay. There's a bit of bug here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like
it's
it does
still
look
about
good
the
though. Like you can zoom in a lot, and then
Hey.
there's a mode where you can walk around your village.
Yeah, I just
And-
found out it recently. So if you press this button on the top right corner, you can become
Yeah.
the Lord. Yeah, just walk around. I don't spend too much
Ew.
time in here since I
No,
can just zoom in. and
top
just-
down only. Efficient.
Efficient, but if you just zoom really right in, you're basically walking inside already. So
Yeah, and
See, like-
it does look amazing, to be honest.
yeah,
Like, I mean, the setting is already nice, like the medieval, and then just in general is nice. And then you were talking about the burgage plot, which is the residential houses. Like,
Yeah.
if you didn't know the game at the start, you just draw an area, and then they will kind of maximize the number of households. But if you just do that, then you limit yourself with future expansion of the household, which is quite
Yes.
critical. So I feel like these are things that you just have to either read online by now. There's loads of guides, or you just play through a few times and then realize, oh, how come I have to build like 100 houses, whereas another person builds 50 and just doubles the family members.
yeah. Well, I think during the second playthrough, one of the failed one is I actually have a lot of families, but everyone is unhappy, and I don't have an army, which was the issue. Yeah. So I don't think it's really much about how many families you have. Right, let's check this out. Right, this is one of the playthrough I was playing, trying to conquer everything. This save is about I was about to like go mad on everything. Like if you try to claim this land, then the other lord will probably just come over and try to stop you.
Yep, because
And then-
when someone claims the land, you get a choice to challenge with an army or not.
Yeah, this is the mercenaries. Currently, like the most like top tiered like units, they are all only mercenaries. the people you get from town, they are all just militias, like militia, just footmen and footmen. Here, they're just normal units compared to the big ones. Like if you try to capture the land, they will just send an army there to fight against you, and then you have to fight the battle. Yeah. So
Like, I haven't got into full scale battle yet. I've only got like 2 regiments or 2 units. Yeah.
I mean, like currently it's early access as well. If you write back, there's pretty much. I think in the full version of it, you'll have a lot of different kind of things to do. But right now, just pretty much nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure like those little parts, the diplomacy will be a big part of the final game, because if you look at things like humankind and civilization, you get so many options from doing different things. But like I have to say, like this game right now in early access, it's got so much potential. Like the core gameplay loop of just building up your settlement and then going through that is already really fun.
Yeah. So this is too much of a distraction now, but anyway, So
I want to ask, like Ron, like you've played like 27 hours, right? And you've won the game twice, and you've played more than 3 or 4 playthroughs. What would be one or two things that really impressed you with this game compared to all the other city builders you've played?
I think most impressive of it is to be more of the simulation of how the resources are assigned, how you have to manage everything. Like you said, you can assign people to the different, like how you can assign people to different things to get them started. In things like City Skyline, they just assign automatically.
Yep.
And here you have to literally assign a physical family, and they have to go there to work when the resources come back, or else they won't.
Yeah, actually, I want to build on that, because that is also the thing that I'm most impressed with, because it's so limiting at the start that you have so like little families, like number of families to work at different places. But like we're so used to city builder games where you just plot like a logging camp, an iron mine, and then this and that. And with this game, it's really detailed. So you get a logging camp, and then you just cut down the trees for timber, and then with the timber you need another processing plant to get planks or like other building materials, and like each one you need at least one family to work in a slow way. And then the logistics, like you need to have people manning the oxens to move. And like for me, what impressed me the most was that just the constant need to prioritize the resource you need. Like for me, what impressed me definitely the most was the farming, because it like with farming, there's like 4 stages in different seasons, right? Because there's season in this game. And so like when it comes to September, which I feel like is quite real, you're harvesting and also plowing land and sowing for the next year. So in my first playthrough, I harvested the crops, minimal crops, because I only started farming in like summer, and then I didn't have enough people there to plow and sow the land. So it was halfway through sowing, and then winter came, and then it just destroyed all my progress. So I could only had to plow the land and sow seeds in spring again, and then which ends up not having enough time for the seeds to grow and get maximum yield. And so that really felt kind of real, because I feel like in the old days, like harvesting is such a big event for the whole village. Everyone stop what they're doing and everyone just jump in and help harvest out and just help farming, because that really just sets you up for food, which is like such a big resource. So that really impressed me, and I really enjoyed it. I had to put everyone off everything, like firewood and everything else, and just max the farm and just speed up and beat the clock.
Okay, right. So I see what you mean by like everyone is like you're playing it more of the realistic way, in my opinion. So what I did was I plot my farm, I think during the winter time, and I realized people can't actually plow the farm. So when it come to like March, I forgot about the farm already. So I start actually farming during September instead. So I went the whole village to farm the whole farm and sow the seed before winter comes, and the plant still grows. So
Yeah,
I think
exactly
this
what I
is
was
a
saying.
part that, yeah, I think they're still working on it. So realistically, if it is winter, I mean, the farm is not supposed to be growing, right? So
Oh, so
every
in your
time,
playthrough during the winter, with even with snow, you can see the bar
yeah,
progressing.
this part, no, no, this part, the crop growth is still going up.
Oh,
So
okay. Mine
around,
doesn't. Mine doesn't. So
oh, okay, that's interesting because during my playthrough, they keep growing up. They keep growing up. And are you sure that it's not going up because you're playing at like normal speed?
I'm playing at turtle speed.
Yeah, but at least it's grow up, and or maybe I think one of the reasons it's not growing is when you try to plot a farm, you see like these like heat maps. Oh, sorry, wrong button.
Yeah,
Like these heat maps. Like if you plant your farm here, it's not going to grow
yeah,
anything. Like if I
yeah.
just quickly plot
Fertility.
one here,
Yep. So because
the
you're looking at wheat,
fertility,
yep.
and
On
then
the
you
right
just like
side, you can see the different
see,
crops.
yeah, the crops you can get here is only like 20%, 9%, 9%. It's not going to good. It's not going good. So compared to a farm that is on a good land like this, which I am trying to build one here, is
Yeah,
got 60% yield,
yeah,
and this one on a okay map is only 42%.
yeah,
And during the winter time, it's still growing. So I force early harvest at around March
mm.
when it is already fully grown. So people will go to town on it and get the you know what? I have to spend a lot of time to understand that people have to like finish the plowing and finish the sowing before they process the grain. I mean the wheat into grain,
yeah.
and then to the mill. And it's like everything.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
had
cool.
to
Yes.
search through that, like the
Yeah.
grain. So once they harvest, they will get the wheat inside the farmhouse, and then the farmhands will then make it into grain. So you don't need another building for grain. And then once you have the grain, then you need to transport it to the windmill.
Yeah. I actually did it. I didn't search on it because I was like, I have to find it out myself, or else there'd
Yeah,
be no fun.
yeah. I
I
didn't search
searched
on
too
it. I
much
was just
already.
looking. I was just looking for. Oh, wait, where's the? I just spent so much time looking at the buildings, like at the
Yeah, I mean,
build phase, and
compared
just
to
look for where the things are.
yeah, compared to other games I played, or maybe I'm getting old now. So I mean, this is the fun way to play now. I think.
Yeah,
Try to slowly find things instead of like holding hands or,
yeah,
oh, you need this
definitely.
building. They just tell you outright. That was pretty fun. Good
Yeah.
experience of it.
So yeah, I think yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but like I feel like because it's still in early access, so
Yeah.
for me like one or two playthroughs, and then I feel like I just want to wait until they finish and see what comes up with it. Yeah,
Yeah, and there's still a lot of things that they need to fix. Like
yeah,
the battle stuff is not really more than like if you press spacebar in Total War, you can see like the formation, but it just
yeah,
pause the game.
yeah. But like for me, I don't like. It's nice to have the battle things here, but I rather them focus for now. Get all the city
Yeah,
stuff done first, but it's good.
I
But like
think the
talking
fun
about the
part,
future, yeah, sorry, talking
fun
about
part
the
of
future.
this. Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Go on, you go.
Oh, yeah, I mean talking about the military here, like the guys you call up from your menu from your army, they are actually villagers from your village. So
Yeah,
this militia, they are all actually citizens. But these are mercenaries, but these guys are actually people from the town.
yeah,
So usually I'll just push the mercenary out first
yeah,
because even though they're militia, like they're like the lower grade military guys, but they're your guys. So
yeah, definitely.
I tend to not push them out.
Yeah, you paid for the other's life.
Yeah.
So you're saying that like for your own standing army, it should all be archers, and then for the mercenary, it should all be shield bearers at the front.
If that is true, yeah. I just use my villagers as flanks,
Yeah,
so they suffer less loss.
yeah.
I mean, the
But
AI is
like it's
pretty
just
cool as well.
amazing. Like this game already has a decent battle system, and you can foresee that hopefully it will become fully fleshed out later. And I don't expect it to be like Total War level, definitely, but like
Oh, that's
just
not what
looking
they're
at
like
you,
aiming
yeah,
for, right?
Yeah, but looking at you
It's
how
already
you
good
plot,
enough.
that's pretty much Total War style already compared to
Yeah,
most other games.
it's like pretty much second nature to us because it's Total War, kind of
Yeah,
like right. Yeah, so that's pretty much
yeah,
about Men and Laws for now.
yeah. Never got to that part, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I feel like there's just a lot of potential. And if I remember correctly, there was only just one guy working on it. Is it just still one guy working on it, or does he
Oh,
now have a team?
they already clarified it kind of since like it's one guy working on it at the beginning as a
Yeah,
passion project,
yeah,
and they hire help
of
since
course.
they got grants already, and the developer already like clarified already. But if the main guy quits the game, the game will probably fall apart. So
Yeah,
you
definitely.
can't say it's solo, you can say it's not solo. So I mean, the animation is pretty cool here, right? You can still walk on the battlefield, but you can't
Yeah.
really fight.
Imagine you walk and then you get killed and then just game over. Iron Man mode, you know?
Hey, 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 stop fighting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
That's
still
something
really
that you,
impressed with this game. Like overall, I think it's
yeah.
great. But
And
like,
for me, it comes out of nowhere since I have no idea this game was here before. So yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty
like
cool.
I've heard people talk about it, but like, yeah, I had no expectation for it, so it's
Yeah,
just really good.
I mean, this battle bit is a bit more of an bonus to it since I came into this game mostly for the city building here
Yeah,
and seeing like these guys fighting for new land. And since it's currently early access, so you can like think of this is currently the only one map in the game, so they might
yeah,
have different kind of games. And they're saying they're going to add AI cities here since like different enemies are currently coming from outside the map and there's
yeah,
no AI town around, so maybe they're adding it in the future, or well,
yeah.
depends on the devs currently.
Well,
So
talking about AI cities, like you sent me previously, the devs asked on X
yeah,
about what people want, like what's the most important goal for Manor early access in 2024, and the four options were AI cities, castles and sieges, late game economy content, and other map types. So for you, let's wrap up our conversation with this last final part. Which of the four AI cities, castles and sieges, late game economy content, and other map types, which one is more important to you currently?
I don't really know too much about game development, but the
What
most
do you
ideal would be
want? Let's put it this way.
like
What do you
what
want?
I want is probably going to be like AI cities since
Mm.
this map is pretty much empty, even though it's claimed by the AI, but there's nothing on here.
Oh yeah,
And the only
true.
way you can contest with them is like you have to challenge them and claim it. And but realistically, I think the most important part and the easiest part for the dev to do right now is to make a castle and siege thing. Because since if you see here, like this is a wall of the so-called castle planet, and
Oh yeah,
pretty much very limited and nothing to do with the city for me.
yeah.
I see people online, they have different tricks to expand it, but currently it's just pretty much useless for me. So
It just looks good,
it just
right?
looks good, not really
Yeah.
functional currently.
But I
So
think like in order for castle and sieges to work, you're gonna need AI cities. So when you're claiming land, you're gonna be doing siege, right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can like build a wall around your city, so when the raiders come, they have to siege your city. That would be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I remember listening to another podcast, like game reviewers talking about if you ward off your city, you cannot expand beyond the wall anymore. But I don't know if that was just a restriction like in at that moment, or is it now just changed? So, yep, something to look forward to.
Yeah, look forward to it. I mean, I'm gonna stop playing this game for about half a year and see what they comes up, or else I'll be spending too much time. But
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
right now I've done pretty much this game have to offer right now. But and I still
You,
enjoy it.
yeah,
If you tell me to I have to play a new town again, I'll still play it. But
yeah,
right now it's pretty much I've tried everything already.
yeah. Like if, as you mentioned, like if there were no other games, then of course you'll play that. But as we all know, that there are so many. There's a few other really good games coming out right now, and
Yeah.
funny part is like many of them are just early access, which we will talk about in the next episode. So let's wrap up our chat today here. So thank you, Ron, sharing with us your gameplay, your amazing city, because I wouldn't be able to share any of those because my city is very bare bone. I only have 2 regiments.
Yeah, play at 12 takes time.
Yeah, I haven't claimed other land, or the land is claimed by the other baron. I think in that playthrough, I'm just rolling over my belly for that. Yeah. So brilliant.
Check on the trade route.
So, oh, look at that. That is trade.
Yeah,
But it's all empty. So you're only
Yes.
exporting for money.
it's importing, all right, but they're empty. So I'm lying.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just look at this game for a long time, so I'm going to stop looking at your game.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, great to have you listeners and viewers with us. I mean, it's been a while for us, and then we are looking forward to slowly getting back into the pace. We'll most likely not be recording every week, but we'll probably take a more chill format just to get back into the things before we think of other structures and other plans. So for now, our next episode will be 1 or 2 weeks later, and we
Hopefully.
already thought of sharing at least 2 other early access games we've been playing this month. And so that'll be
Absolutely.
awesome. So if you want to check us out and continue our rebuilding journey, as we mentioned, we joked when we're off camera, is it relaunch 2.4.1? L2LT Gaming 2.4.1 or something like that. We've started a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, join us in the journey. If you enjoy our point of view and our content and the way we like to play games, and I would say we don't only play like the AAA and the games that is the most popular right now, even though Manor and the 2 games we're going to talk about is super popular. But yeah, we play on different consoles and different platforms, and Ron hasn't even mentioned about Helldivers yet. So, something that we will
totally
probably
forgot.
look into. Yep. So if you want to join us on Journey, keep following us on Instagram, and we will start to use Threads a little bit more just to communicate with others. We'll probably skip the other social media platforms for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, join the conversation on Threads and watch our gameplays and stuff on Instagram. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you, Ron.
Yeah. See you in the future. Thank you.